Hi everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy 2, and this is going to be the end because we're in the final dungeon now, and all we've got left to do is to find all the treasure chests and defeat all the enemies and then complete the game. Everything else is sorted. Maxing out stats and everything is all, well, not stats, but maxing out all the things I needed to max out has been sorted, so needed to get so I've got guys level 16 axes, which was, I mean, a bit of a pain the way the game deals with it, but I managed to do it. And Maria got to level 16 cure. Not exactly what I wanted, but it seemed to be the way to get the achievement. But yeah, I mean, stat-wise, our characters are doing fantastically, I think. In HP and MP, obviously Leon's behind because, well, he always is. But yeah, so this is it. So we've got 10 chests in this final dungeon. And then that's it. So Mithril Golem. Oh! Blood Sword. Excellent. I've got a few extra, like, enemies and bosses and everything to find in here. 1 second. So we just want to, can we go up here? Death Rider, I think that's another one. That's another another enemy that we needed for the bestiary there. Thunder Spear. But look at that. Interesting. The blood sword, it did just over 1,000, but it healed just a bit less than 1,000. Oh god. Oh, I'm getting flashbacks seeing that curl. Death Rider, Mantis Devil. Oh! That's a lot of damage. That came out of nowhere. Oh, they drop an elixir. That's quite wild, actually. That's quite wild rose. It's wild. Like a rose. Oh, good drop, though. But see, that money those dropped there, that's like over half an elixir. Right. Oh, getting a little bit of lag there. But yeah, this has got complete final dungeon energy. You know, it's like a big purple castle. Oh, and a ribbon. Oh. Does that protect against all status effects? That'll be a headpiece, won't it? Ah. You want to give that to Fury in there? Okay. I'm not particularly worried about missing enemies because I think I'm probably going to end up encountering a load anyway. An ether, but you can't carry anymore. Oh well. Okay. So this area isn't so much a maze, at least not at the moment. It's not so much a maze as much as it is just a big long path. Oh man, they do loads of damage, or they can do loads of damage. They drop elixirs though. Still, I'm sorted. I'm pretty much sorted. Well, oh, okay, let's not mess about. Okay, that's fine. You can flare 9 as much as you want, Maria. Oh, another ribbon. Slightly less defense. Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, I'm okay with Maria just casting flare. Charm 6 ain't gonna work. Oh man. How common are these ribbons? They just all drop in ribbons. Ribbons usually in Final Fantasy games are very hard to come by. In some Final Fantasy games, ribbon is the name given to an ability, like in 8 and 10. Oh, what are they? Oh, they're like waterfalls? I thought they were like drills or something. Right. Oh man. This is a bit of a maze here. Any... Yeah, left way just leads to... Oh, no, there's a chest down there. Elixir. Man, they do like to give me elixirs in here. Yeah, given them... Okay. I know I said I wasn't going to mention it anymore, but at least I tried to. But it's been a while, and so I'm going to mention it again. The inclusion of a map, it really, really changes the game. Because... Okay. I don't know how prevalent status effects are going to be, but I've got ribbon for everyone now. But yeah, ribbons are usually like rare items or like items or like sometimes they're abilities. Like in 8 they're an ability and in 9 they're an ability. They are an ability. Ribbon is an ability. But it's sort of become that quintessential label for thing. How to describe? You know when it's like the word ribbon has gained its own meaning within the context of the franchise now. Like you see the word ribbon, you know what it is. Whereas in any other game, you see a ribbon, you think like, oh, it's like a bit of ribbon. Yeah, I know what a ribbon is. You wouldn't expect it to be a powerful thing. You expect it to be maybe like the starting equipment for your magic-based character or something. I guess. Because they do that, don't they? A lot of like the early game weakest like level equipment. They tend to have very simplified names, like clothes or axe. Sometimes they'll have like wooden sword. Right. But generally speaking, Yeah. And another ribbon. Oh, look at that lag. Did you see it? Oh. Okay. Yeah, so see, this map here. So once I finish this fight, I'll show you. This map, right? So usually you'd go up here and you'd be like, oh, I'm going to take the stairs to the left. But the fact that there's a map here, the dead end is just like, well, what's the point? You can just see the route to the different places that you can go to. And you can see all the empty rooms with nothing in them. You can just see them straight up. So, like, what is the point? Devil's Bloom, you're not a very new enemy. Been around for a while, I think. Oh, well, they've all got ribbons. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps. Huh. Yeah. I know, just like. Oh. I know I was saying just a moment ago that you can just open up the map and see for yourself, but that doesn't mean there's still no human error of opening up the map and just being an idiot. Okay, well, no status effect happened on Guy there, so I guess the ribbons are working. Yeah, see, there's me thinking, oh, I'll go around that way to get the chest on the right, but no. Doesn't work like that. Monsters? Oh, boss. Oh, zombie Borgin. That's dark, isn't it? Yeah, let's not blood sword there, Furion. Oh, it doesn't matter, he's dead anyway. Genji gloves. Okay. Beast Demon? You'll notice how, even though this is the final area, I'm still just spamming the same attacks over and over again for every enemy. I mean, that seems to be what's working. If these curls aren't going to do their status effects, they really aren't an issue. Am I seeing this right? One second. Ah, okay. Just checking. So there's another. There is a hidden chest. So, yeah. The map doesn't show you the secret passages. Oh, Devil Wolf, I think that's a new one. Okay. Hey. The cheeky lot of them. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, King Behemoth. There's a regular enemy. Man, Furion, you really heal a lot, don't you? And it still does the boss like death animation, even though it's like a regular enemy now. Oh, Masamune. Yeah, let's put you on there. Hold on, is there a... Ah, you see, the wall moves. You can kind of see that on the map. It's like a gooey wall or something. Gooey is in G-O-O-E-Y, not gooey is in G-U-Y, although I suppose it could kind of be both. Yeah, those Death Riders, they do attack for a lot. The only thing that pose any threat at all, really, it would seem. Oh, I can just walk through there. Alright. Blaster X misses. Blaster X. Okay. They're not getting tasted effects though. That's the main thing. I don't actually know if Marie's going to get Flare 10 by the end of this. Or even if it's worth trying. But you know what? Maria, you can stop. You can stop that. You can just start attacking. They heal a lot. They drain a lot of health there. Oh yeah, you can... I didn't even realise. I just thought, like, you can just use warp. To go back to the previous floor. It is kind of weird also with the blaster. Similar to with self-destruct, when they use the blaster ability, when it misses, it shows you them not actually shooting it out at all. It doesn't shoot out and then say miss. So what they're missing is like the trigger of aiming it, I guess. The thing that caused them to aim it, I guess. I don't know. Right. Okay. So... yeah. Whoa! You give me boss music as well. And you're dead. Fair dues, I guess. Leon's axe leveled up. It's alright. Mithril Golem. Yeah, it is getting a little bit jittery. Monsters, okay, this is going to be a boss probably. Oh yeah, Tiamat. Throw back to Final Fantasy 1. Can I kill it? By just attacking? No boss music, I notice. Okay. And it's dead. So very anticlimactic. Genji Helm. I kind of want them all to have ribbons. Okay, Maria, Q16 everyone. Sure thing. Oh, alright then. I didn't realize I could do that. Hold on, right. Maria? Warp? That works. Right. Oh, that leads to, like, progress to the next area. So I'm not going to go that way, I'll go the other way first. Blizzard 12. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I wonder what the final boss is going to be like. I wonder if I could just spam attacks and win. Alright. Oh, 5 of these guys. Yeah, they're not getting hit with status effects, so I think the ribbon is doing all the work there, which is why I don't want to equip the Genji helm or whatever it was I got. I just want to be able to know that I can survive the curl attack, because other than that, nothing else poses a threat. The Death Riders can drain for like 2,000, which is a lot. You know, and my character's health, they do go down eventually over time. But, it's not really a problem. I've got a Q of 13, I've got a Q of 16, I've got a Q of 7, or it's Q of 8, I think it is, and a Q of 5. And I've got a load of elixirs. Monsters, alright. And this one is... Oh, Beelzebub. Can I kill you by attacking and nothing else? Hey, over 1,000 damage. But I gain it back with the blood sword. Genji armor. Alright then, Maria. Warp out of this place. Got 4 more to go, so don't think it's going to be much of a problem, if I'm completely honest. Now I wonder if I could sneak through that wall there. Stop it! Yep, they've all got ribbons on. I don't know if the ribbon is why it missed, or if it just missed in general. But, stop it, it didn't work. For whatever reason. I thought there might have been a wall that I could walk through. But I guess not. What about here? Oh! Okay. Monsters, another big boss. Astaroth. Well, technically a big boss, but probably just going to die with a few hits. Might do a lot of damage, but we'll see. Oh dear, that is a lot of damage. Oh, it heals a lot as well. Okay. Do I need to take this one more seriously? Death 16? Okay. Okay. Well, Leon can stay down, I guess. Alright then. I was contemplating the possibility that, oh, hold on, this one might actually be a threat. But no. Oh, another ribbon. I'm already getting so many ribbons. I don't need any more. Right. Okay. Man. The life spell, I've just not been using it. I've got 3 more to go. Right, Maria, just get back you want to attacks. Again, a path there that just leads to nowhere. I mean, there might be some hidden paths in it, I don't know. How am I doing for my bestiary? How am I missing? Oh, I'm missing 1? Oh, alright then. So that'll be the final boss then. Yeah, I think I got lucky seeing the Iron Giant. Ooh. Took a risk there and it paid off. I was thinking, I think it paid off with me, doing the, what's it called? Hold on, have I missed a chest? One second. No, I don't think I have actually. Right. Alright. No, I thought I'd missed a chest. Yeah, so I think this might be... Did I... Hold on, did I come... I can't remember. Well, Leon's... Oh, okay. Well, they killed Leon, so I'm guessing instant death is possible, maybe? Leon's got a ruin on. I guess it just helps a lot. I don't know. Any of this have, like, high magic defense or whatever the equivalent is. Is it worth doing this? I'm thinking... is there any point in me fighting anymore? I've found all the enemies. All I need to do now is just finish the... Alright. I'll just attack. I'll just attack. It's fine. It's fine. I get HP, that can help me against the final boss. Alright. Sage's Wisdom. Don't like how jittery it is. And I haven't even used a single elixir yet. Oh, guys, over 7,000 HP. Fag, I guess I didn't know you were in here. Yeah, so Maria's overtaken Furion's HP by quite a lot. There's nearly like 1,000 in difference now. I remember when I was watching over to see it like surpass it. Nice 511 spell there. Oh, Furion's sword leveled up. Wasn't expecting to see that. He's on sword at level 11 now. Curse ain't going to affect us. Yeah, so I think I got lucky seeing the Iron Giant because that is like, I'm pretty sure that's like a rare enemy. And I mean, it plays the boss music as well. I suppose it's sort of like this version's game of this game's version of like a super boss in a way. I mean, that would certainly be more the case if I couldn't defeat it by spamming attacks for 2 turns. Alright. So, oh. And this is going to be it, so... Got 2 chests here, and then I think... And fingers crossed... the achievement will pop up. Hold on, no, let's go this way first. Hellfire, I mean... Oh, roundworm, ah, okay. Wasn't expecting to see you here. This previous boss. Hey, Leon, we fought this with Ricard, as you may remember Ricard? Yeah, we fought one of those when we were swallowed by Leviathan. Do you Isn't that an interesting story? I bought like 15 elixirs, or I got like a whole ton of elixirs, thinking like now was the time to buy elixirs. I've just not used any of them. I've not needed to. I mean, Furion is 2/3 of the way through his MP. Okay. Okay, come on now. Acid file. Oh, come on, achievement. Achievement? Oh no, don't tell me. Don't tell me I'm missing one somewhere. Oh, for goodness sake, don't delay like that. Like, has it really got to take that much time to figure it all out? Right. Okay. So I remember this just one big giant room. Now, if there wasn't a map here, clearly you must know. Like, I imagine someone playing this for the first time thinking like, oh, where do I go? I'll open up the map and seeing this and thinking to themselves like, say if they didn't know the original didn't have a map feature and they saw this, they'd be like, oh, that's easy. You know what I mean? They would think, like, what's the point of a big room then? But yeah, well, I found all the enemies apart from one. Make sure that it is the one I think it is. Yeah. So I've only got the final boss left. The Emperor himself. Or is he, or as he is now, the Lord Master of Hell. Before I... Okay, King Behemoth, move aside. Move aside. We've got bigger issues to attend to. Okay. Item. Got 27 elixirs, so everyone has an elixir. There you go. Finally got to use elixirs. Hello there. Oh man. Ice Gigas, what are you doing here? Get out of the way. What a place to have a random battle as well. Boulders 9. Yeah. This is it, the final boss. Can we get by? Can we do it by attack, spamming attack? I mean, that blood sword does tons of damage. I mean, to be honest. They were right when they said that the blood sword is very effective. You flare. You cure. You cure, whatever. Man, look at that. Flare 16 on us all. Oh, only hit Maria. And that's it. That's the final boss defeated, the Lord Master of Hell. And that's it. That's the final boss defeated, the Lord Master of Hell. disintegrating. Yeah, I mean, not really insects. Who are you? There you are. Now, is that all the achievements? There's going to be one for completing the game. I'm sure he is. Do you realise what you've done? You pegged him. Ooh, Layla, I didn't know you were up to no good. Leon, why are you stood over to the side there? You defeated the Emperor with us. I mean, granted, you did do a whole lot of other things before then, but a lot of negative stuff before then, but you know, oh, Joseph, the ghost of Joseph, oh, he randomly appeared. And we saved the day. War finally over. Yeah, in case you didn't know, Guy isn't all up there. Like I say, they don't make him speak much. Alright, Leon? What? There's no going back, not for all of us? What do you mean? What? Honestly, I don't understand. Oh. Minru, Sid, Ricard, Joseph. What about Scott? Did we not see a ghost of Scott? The Emperor. Pandemonium. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with Leon there. Is that just him feeling guilt or something? Peace had returned, but not to the towns that got destroyed. Can't say this ever Altair puffed and plumed though, can you? Oh, well, looks like they've rebuilt Gatreya. One thing would never be forgotten. And that is the sacrifice that a band of young heroes once saved the world. Yeah, by playing with a weed leveling system and then spamming attacks against the final boss. Well, if I didn't have the blood sword, that could have been an issue, that fight. Alright then, final credits. I guess this is where... One second, I'm going to have a drink. I guess this is where I give my final thoughts of the game, or my thoughts of the game in general. Not really final thoughts, because, you know, I've completed this game before, but just general thoughts. This game gets a lot of hate, and it has done for a long time. I think, it's certainly one of those games where no one really knew about it until much later, because obviously Final Fantasy VII was the one that got big. But people knew about 4 and 6, like in the US at least, 1, 4 and 6. And this first came out on the PS1 for Final Fantasy Origins. So people always, outside of Japan, everyone's first experience with this game was long after it came out. And I think, trying to think about it in context, I think there's something really, really wonderful about this game. And as a lot of people say, like, oh, the leveling system, it works in theory, but not in practice. And I think it's interesting. I think there's a lot of fun to it sometimes. But it was very ambitious, very hard to balance. And if you're considering, like, what would you compare it to? When I think of what I would compare it to, if you think like Elder Scrolls Oblivion, like that sort of leveling system, that's many years ahead. I mean, I guess there's other Elder Scrolls games before then, but I don't know. But yeah, it was well ahead of its time. It's the world. Oh, well, map music. The way that the world was all connected, like almost everywhere in the world you can walk to by foot from the start of the game. Again, kind of fascinating and really ahead of its time. The fact that you can go around and but you've got to pass like really strong monsters to get round. So I mean, effectively you can go to Mysidia at the start of the game and buy Holy without doing any story progress. Not that I would advise it, of course. But it's interesting, like that's a thing that you can do, and it adds a level of openness to the game that a lot of older games had to rely upon. And I think there's something really beneficial to that. But yeah, my experience is that a lot of people don't see that, and I think it can be really unfairly hated for like some reasons. I think the example of, oh, you can just hit yourself to increase your HP, that doesn't. I mean, I did that when I first played through this game. I think it was 2000. Yeah, it was 2003 when I first played it. I think I did it then, and I've done that before in the past. And I think, at least from my experience, the impulse to grind early, at least that's what I found with it. The impulse to grind early comes from the fact that the leveling system is the way that it is, and it's inherently, it gets some intrigue. It's like, oh, I need to do this to level this up. So it gives you that drive to focus on leveling stats early on. And it's not so clear as to like, oh, where you can go, where you can't go. So I think it pushes a lot of people to grind for that reason. Now, when you come to later versions of the game, it's one of those things where they try to add modern sensibilities to it, but they don't quite know why. Like why certain things work the way they did. So the example I give is like elixirs costing 50,000. That makes more sense when you consider the fact that in the earlier versions of the game, like with the original Famicom and the PS1 version, that each character can only have 2 items in their like item slot that they can use in battle. There's like limited inventory space per character, like in a battle, and it makes a lot more sense there. And I think because of that, I think the PS1 version is probably better. Not just because of that. I think there's plenty of, from my experience, I think there's plenty of reasons as to why like the I think the PS1 version most accurately captures like the core of the game. I think what's unfortunate though is that when the PS1 version came out, it was a weird translation, so characters would be called like Gareth and Gus and Mindu and all that. I think it was the one. No, I think Bafsk was still called Bafsk, I think. Yeah, I think it's. I I certainly think those elements of it are underappreciated. But if I have to be honest about how I feel about it, like in regards to the series, or just as an RPG as a whole, I think there's a lot wrong with it. I think, for example, the whole rotating fourth character thing. The problem with that is that you just don't get invested in them at all, because if a character's just going to like be temporary, then if you know you have to spend like money to buy tomes for them or equipment, you're just not going to bother, because they're just going to come in and they're going to go. They start weak, most of them, and so you just end up attacking with them as well. With this particular version of the game, with this particular playthrough, my god, some parts were so easy. Like the amount of times I was able to just blitz through an area and just press square on my PS4 controller and have them all just attack. It was just a bit. It was a bit underwhelming. But, you know, you encounter the Iron Giant, it's like, if I just attack with everyone, it's like, oh yeah, that works. And again, that might be an aspect of the leveling system. Speaking of which, man, another thing I would change about this game is the leveling system. I'm not bothered about the whole attacking yourself to gain HP or anything like that. It's this whole thing of battle rank and the way that it calculates it's completely messed up. So if I want to raise guys' axes, for example, it seems so bizarre that like I could just go out and, you know, just attack with him over and over again, right? But then there's like a hard cap on that. So it's like, oh, you've done this enemy. This enemy isn't high rank enough, or this enemy you've only done so many hits on them. You haven't done 5 hits on them yet, so you get no experience for this. But then I can go and equip him with the weakest axe in the game, and then go and find a random sandworm, get everyone else to defend, so I can just attack that one over and over again, and then gain so much more experience from that. And the whole thing of teleporting, like the whole thing I do where I teleported, so I could like I can get like cure and just like spam cure on everyone. I mean, stuff like that makes more sense early on, because when you think about it, there's a cap with your money. So like the price of the cost of the inn is equal to, like, it's dependent on how much they've got to recover by. So just spamming like abilities and draining all your health actually has a cost to it, because you've got to spend the money to recover it all. And if you're not defeating the enemies, you're not going to be getting all the money that you need for it. But by the end of the game, if I've got a character like I did with Maria, who was like, okay, I need a character with a level 16 spell for an achievement. Okay, well, I could just go into a cave, teleport out, and then just spam cure with Maria, and she'll shoot up to level 16. It's very flawed, and I think when you've got things like that, you need to be very careful. But I give them credit for their innovation. You got to remember, this game originally came out in 1988, and the only game in the series when this game came out was Final Fantasy 1. So they didn't really have anything else to work on, and it wasn't quite clear as to where they were as a company or what they were going to do or anything like that. So they really just had to work with like what little they had, and they had to try and innovate. And to be honest, I think if you're looking in terms of innovation, yeah, they definitely did. I mean, they didn't stick with it. They went back straight after that with Final Fantasy 3, and they've not gone back to that sort of system. But I certainly think that comes across to me as a lot more innovative than, oh, we're an action-based game now. I'm not. It's interesting. I think the game gets a lot of unjust hate, but it is deeply flawed. But it's that mix. It's deeply flawed, but there's lots of really interesting ideas, and there's a lot of really fun things there. Like, you know how I was saying when you get a fourth character that you don't want to spend anything into them? Like, when you get Leon, and if you know that Leon's going to be like in for the rest of the game, like, there's a joy to thinking to yourself like, oh, I've got this new character, I'm gonna go and buy spells, like what do I want to get for them and all that. And I think if the game was able to take advantage more of that type of thing, they could have ended up with something much better. But hey, you know, I think at the end of the day, we can't complain now about a game that came out in 1988 in that same way. And I think looking forward, if a game wants to look at Final Fantasy II for inspiration, and they really want to like dedicate themselves to make that sort of system, then I'd be very interested to see. Alright then. Let's make a... Okay. And there you go. We've got all the achievements. I'm just gonna check to see what this file is. Is it just me on the world map with the stats and stuff and everything afterwards? Yeah, I guess it is. Bestiary. Look at the Emperor. All question marks. Yeah. Alright then. Well, that is Final Fantasy II. Thankfully, the lengths of the last couple episodes weren't too off, so they kind of worked out in the end. So, that's the end of Final Fantasy II. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.